I'm so glad that we didn't go through what so many other parents have gone through. I mean, I was at a place where I was prepared for him to die.
I first heard or seen Reese through contests. He would travel for contests and he was just ripping. And then as I was like, oh, who the hell is this kid? You know, and then I looked him up and he's filming those Waco's Finest videos, but I'm pretty sure my first Reese sightings were through skate contests.
If memory serves correct, the first time I met Reese was at No Comply at their prior shop right up the street from the existing shop. So I'd already seen clips of him, and yeah, I was like, damn, who's this kid? Like, where did he come from?
I think the first time I really seen Reese around was going down to Austin for probably South by Southwest and hanging out with the No Comply boys.
I just knew that he was from Waco and he ripped, and he would come to our local park from Waco, and he was better than everybody, honestly.
First board I had when I was probably like 7 or 8 was a Hot Wheels board. This kid at the bus stop asked me what kind of board I had, and I was like, oh, Hot Wheels. And he was like, oh. And I was like, wait, what do you mean? And he was like, I have an Element. And I was like, oh, what is that? What does that mean? Yeah, I pretty much fell in love with like the Hot Wheels board and skated it till the trucks broke. And then yeah, I just loved skating from the get-go. I vividly remember like watching like Chico, Brennes skate EMB. When I was probably about 15, my friend Kane, who was like the local filmer at the time, like asked my mom if he could bring me out to go street skate with everyone. And that was when I got like some of my first like street footage and stuff. It was like, there was a video called The Three Cities. It was like Waco, Temple, Killeen. I had just like a few clips in like a montage that they made. They didn't make like a full length. I really wasn't into like drinking or anything else in high school that much. Like I maybe drank a little in high school, but I was pretty against alcohol. I didn't really like how it made me feel. I always wanted to skate more than anything, and I just wanted to focus on that.
We're in Waco, and we're on campus, Baylor University. And Reese had just Smith grinded this triple king cover. Like, easy, wasn't a battle, did it so sick. You know, so he's fired up. He's having a good time. We go around the corner, and there's another kink drill, and it's aluminum, and it's sharp. It's not ideal, honestly. Like, looking back on it, it's not ideal. But he's fired up.
And then there's this 5 flat 5 rail that I'd looked at, and there's a crack after the bricks right before the rail, and I was just like, just gonna pop way before the crack and try to get on the rail anyway.
Misses his pop, goes straight to the flat, racks it. Bad. Like, you know, racks it, hugs the rail, flips over, the whole 9. Like, it's bad.
I knew I was hurt pretty bad, but like, I don't know, I didn't think I was internally injured, but then I went to go to the bathroom later and I just couldn't piss at all.
He goes to use the bathroom, comes out paper white, like with a trail of blood behind him.
My urethra like severed in half, like behind everything internally.
You know, you hear like, you look like you just seen a ghost. Like everybody was like, dude, whoa, what is wrong? Rushed him to the hospital, went into surgery immediately. And that's when his unfortunate injury list started. You can find that slam is in his part. You feel kind of guilty like putting that in there when you know that there's like such a bigger thing, but it's not like he sacked a rail. Like that's it, he sacked a rail. Like no, that was like, in the bigger picture, that was like the beginning of a fucking gnarly journey for him.
I tried to talk to him about how he felt physically and then just his emotions, and tried to get him to express himself, to talk to me about it. I could see a lot of depression and frustration and kind of shutting down.
After the sack, I don't think that he was using. Maybe they had started the pain meds, but to my knowledge, the pain meds really came after he broke his ankle.
I was just at the Waco skate park, cruising in the bowl, and then I went towards the top and just like scratched the pool coping, and then woke up at the bottom of the bowl and was like scratching my head, and I looked down and my ankle was just sideways.
It's like he had been able to skate for, maybe not even a month. So he's just getting back on his board. And you know how that feels. Like, you're fucking juiced. Like, that's all you've been waiting for. It's all you've been thinking about. And then, boom, you can't skate for another 6 months.
I was just, like, pissed. The pain wasn't even there. I was just, like, so mad that I wouldn't be able to skate.
When I went to the hospital and saw his ankle, it was at a 90 degrees, you start to just, lose hope. It was, here we go again, more medical bills, more recovery time, more concern about him and how is he going to rebound.
Like, you broke the shit out of your ankle. Even if you don't want to take those pills are going to help you for the beginning time being, and then they're going to fucking hook you, and that's exactly what they did.
Can't remember what type of pills I got first prescribed to, but instantly just started thinking I'm not going to be able to skate, just want to get the pain away. And then I just started taking pills, and then I would save them up, not take them for a day, and then have extra to take. Yeah, so I started just wanting to just use drugs in general, just because I couldn't skate and didn't know what else to do, and I never thought I was going to be able to skate the same again. And then I was just really in the dumps. That's when a really downward spiral really started. I was hanging out with one of my friends, and he would have just some random pills and stuff, like Xanax. Pretty soon after, one of my good friends that I hung out with all the time shot me up with heroin, asked me if I wanted to get high, and I was like, yeah, I want to try this, for sure. And then immediately after, I was like, I want more, let's get some more. And I was just hooked immediately.
He came to my crib and he wanted to use in front of me, and he wanted to use my bathroom, but I wouldn't let him do it. I told him that we could go smoke this weed outside my crib and you could throw it in the woods. Didn't like that idea at all, so he left.
Yeah, when I first started using, a lot of my friends that I hung out with noticed, and my parents started noticing, and I would just keep trying to keep using and keep it on the low key, but I would be falling asleep at my friend's house, and they'd be like, what's wrong with you? And I'd be like, I'm just tired. Just keep lying to everyone. Just kept anything I could say to change the subject, pretty much.
I just noticed I wouldn't see him. I wouldn't see him skating. I wouldn't see him at the park. And when I did run into people that knew him, they were just kind of telling me what was going on with him and whatnot, and it was really bummed me out.
When he was at his worst, we were very controlling. Honestly, I would search his car, his clothes. I remember one time I went out to his car and I pulled the console out and found, I don't even remember what I found, but I went back in the house and I was so mad at him. The rage that I felt was just, and it was more against the disease, obviously, than it was him.
I think his girl at the time also was kind of telling us a little more in depth of what was going on at home. She was telling us hey, he values you guys, what you guys have to say. If you could please just come with us and come have this meeting. And yeah, we showed we were right there. We all love Reese so much, so yeah, we were ready to show up.
At one point, my girlfriend at the time, I could tell something was up. She was like, we're gonna go over to your friend's house, and I was like, why? Why are me and you going over there? I knew something was up.
I've lost quite a few friends from drug abuse and stuff like that, so yeah, it was just this is my chance to catch it before it's too late. Let my heart out and let him know how I was feeling, and also be kind of stern and serious with him too.
I still don't know how he got clean. I think he just decided, if I'm gonna skate, I've got to do this.
I think it was just like kind of like the final straw for himself, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, dude, he was like on his way to like stardom. Like he was already a rock star before, you know what I'm saying? And now like during that time, he was like really, really progressing in skateboarding, and like it wasn't the time for any of that. And I think us telling him that, he even like took it more into consideration.
I always meet up with like Max and Calvin and those guys and look at footage, and we're talking about video projects, and it was like kind of shocking because I knew what level he was at just from watching him skate House Park and just seeing footage of him. And then it was sort of like every time we would be working on video projects, he would have more footage than everybody, and it was just like seeing him getting better in real time, right? Where it's like just like every time we'd go through footage, he was just doing the craziest stuff and like just progressing at a really rapid rate. So just every video we were doing, it was like, I think Reese has the last part again. Everything we were doing, like he was consistently pushing it. So it's just so awesome to see.
If you were going to go talk about skateboarding, I see that with anybody who is in this small community that is like a supportive small community, they need to like leave and be exposed to more of industry, more people, but that means also people need to be exposed to them and see who they are.
Especially being from Texas, like there's talk about it, like when, you know, that's always the joke, like when you moving out to Cali, you know, and he really took the leap and he really did it, and like that's what he needed to do.
They're gonna rise to the occasion or fall back to the side, you know what I mean? So it's like, what or how can you move and function around other people who don't really care about you, you know what I mean? And how do you build that relationship and friendships from there? SF is the same thing. You're either gonna rise to the occasion or you're gonna fucking fall to the wayside. SF is gnarly. And it'll end up adding speed and fucking rawness to an already great skateboarder.
We are in San Francisco, California at EMB. Fresh ocean air, endless spots. It's basically like a skate park of a city. Yeah, it's pretty insane. Like every day I'll see some spot that I've seen for so many years and just like, oh shit, this is right here.
Yeah, since Reese moved to San Francisco, he was already going so fast though, so I wouldn't say he looks more comfortable going fast, because it seemed like here he was seeking out like the biggest inclines that he could shoot himself down anyway. I would think it's just helping with his like overall approach to skateboarding, because you have to feel comfortable doing that. And he looks, the footage, it looks like he's very comfortable cannonballing down those hills now.
I mean, I know Reese does definitely like dabble in some other hobbies, but as far as like what do you do, he was a skateboarder. That's what he did. That was almost his whole life, you know? So when that gets taken away from you, it's like, yeah, of course you resorted to something. Unfortunately, it was drugs, but like you were trying to find something that, you know, fill the void.
I'm super thankful for all the friends along the way like that. Like they really just like wanted to see me get better and skate and believed in me.
When I look at Reese and I think about physically where he was and where he is now, I'm so glad that he has skating. I loved going into No Comply in Austin. Like I loved going in there and just looking at where he worked and, you know, being around the people and then the people that were pouring into him and caring for him. And I look forward to more of that in the future. I mean, I very much appreciate the sport and the culture.
Yeah, if my friends wouldn't have been there the whole time, I definitely would have kept using, and
Reese, thank you.
Life would not be good or not even be happening for sure if it wasn't for my friends. I'm like so thankful for people that believed in me. Now I know that I don't want to escape life or like try to numb myself or take life away. I want to like really live life and like face even the bad things like head on, and like I know that'll just make you stronger.
I am so proud of him more than I think he will ever know. We all have a different journey, and I've always told him that everything he's gone through and experienced, he's going to use to help someone else. That's been my personal experience, and I think that'll be true for Reese.
Reese! Reese!
Oh, I fucking love you, Izzy. Thank you.